All right. Excuse me. All right. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's Jund Dinosword. Oh my goodness. This is going to be quite exciting. Just looking at my camera here, it looks kind of jumpy. If anything happens, you guys will surely let me know. Sometimes there's an update and it makes things all glitchy and it freezes and pauses, unfortunately. But tonight I was inspired to possibly bring the pain to Mono Green Devotion. It still is giving me trouble, unfortunately. But the fact that Mono Green Devotion doesn't do a whole lot of early interaction. There is a very classic thing. Dr. Gazooks, yay, you're right at the start. Yes. Mono Green Killer, hopefully. Rotting Regisaur. We've all probably tried it before if we've played dinos. The big thing, 7/6. Tuna Black. Very easy to cast because it is a dinosaur. Embercleave. You slap this on this. You would hope that's enough to get the job done. They would need a ton of defense just to take it out. The first 8, maybe 2 old growth trolls, total of 8, boom, they're done. Then they would have to have another 6 just to be able to kill this Rotting Regisaur. 2 old growth trolls, I guess. Well, no, even if it was Cavalier of Thorns, it's on the tip of my tongue. I used it in the thumbnail art there, slicing that guy up. Even if it was Cavalier of Thorns, Cavalier is 5 power, so Rotting is sitting at 7 with the +1/+1 from Embercleave. Still doesn't even get it done. 2 old growth trolls, a Cavalier of Thorns. Oftentimes that probably is a fairly common scenario in Mono Green Devotion. And even that would not get the job done. But if they try to kill it, boom. Tyvar's Stand if we're facing off against Rakdos Midrange, anything like that. Fatal Push. Go for the throat, and keep in mind, instant speed, oftentimes, Rotting Regisaur, I like to shed my tears. They wait until it's been around a turn at the beginning of their upkeep, or our upkeep. When this trigger goes on the stack, we have to discard a card. Very bad. We don't like it. Then they kill Rotting Regisaur, and it's a very sad day indeed. We're down a body, especially if we didn't get to attack with Rotting Regisaur the turn we played it. It is an ultimate feel bad moment. But what step is before the upkeep, before this trigger happens and goes on the stack? The untap. Goes untap, upkeep, draw. Beautiful. So we would untap. Oh, we'd have that mana for Tyvar's Stand. They go to try and kill Rotting Regisaur, possibly after we've slapped an Embercleave on it. Boom. For at least 1 green, we would power up Rotting Regisaur. But oh, good morning. Hopefully all is well. Actually, I gotta move my keyboard out of the way so I can see the chat a little bit better. But yeah, I'm just explaining. Chances are you may have wanted to use Tyvar's Stand anyways on Rotting Regisaur to protect it that turn. So if the opponent is trying to use instant speed removal with this trigger, making us discard a card and losing the creature, we save him, he gets bigger, possibly, and we just keep attacking away into the night. It's going to be lovely stuff. Now we'll see if the sources of black are going to be consistent enough. I think that is the case. You always got to keep in mind 4 Thunderherd Migrations, 4 Topiary Stompers if you choose to do this. Searching for a basic land. If you splashed for some other color other than green or red, Rotting Regisaur needing 1 black, boom, we got a single plains in there. There's a pretty good chance to see at least Thunderherd or Topiary Stomper grabbing the swamp, playing Rotting Regisaur, you're off to the races. But to make things even a little bit more consistent, Secluded Courtyard, so that's 4, 5, plus 8, 13 chances, land or otherwise, to get to be able to play this. So I think that should be consistent enough. That's the hope, at least, whenever I've done Jund Dinosword like this. And I've done it every so often. Castle Garibrig still in there. And keep in mind the swamp, not so bad. Again, if we use it for Castle Garibrig, 2 of any color there for its ability, we make this swamp into a green mana, which is always lovely stuff. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward, as it always is. Tyvar stand, protect the thing, slap the sword on the Rotting Regisaur, and basically beat everything. We don't care too much about killing the opponent's creatures if our creatures are just going to kill the opponent. I like to keep things very simple that way. Shieldred, doesn't matter. We have double strike. Boom, done. Lights out. Carnage Tyrant as well. Now you will see a fantastic thing is missing. Tyrannix Rex in the sideboard. I had to make space for this lovely guy. We'll see if I continue with this, but the main idea being big, scary things that mono green can't deal with and most other decks can't deal with after we slap Embercleave on it. Shifting as well, that's gonna feel very bad if I face Azorius Control, mono blue spirits, Azorius spirits. That guy's always lovely to have. Oh my goodness. We'll see. Rending Volley if we do face spirits. Again, that's still in there. Back to nature, enchantments. Oh, there's the 4th copy. I don't know why he's sitting at the bottom. Huh. Yeah, and a single copy of Weathered Runestone just for graveyard stuff, if we really want to. Might tweak the sideboard a little bit, but big creatures for specific stuff. Control, definitely these 2, Shifting and Tyrannix Rex, along with Carnage Tyrant. But I say we jump into things, see how it goes, see how consistent it is. But yeah, it should be all right. Not chop and chomp. That's what I was messing with yesterday. Okay, here goes nothing. Azorius Control back to back to back. Oh man, that would not be so fun. But you can imagine if Azorius stumbles even just a touch, Rotting Regisaur with the Embercleave could really get the job done. Probably counter or kill Rotting Regisaur. Possibly that Embercleave there, especially if we're playing it for still pretty costly. Only attacking with maybe 2 creatures, reducing Embercleave to a total of 4. But this looks pretty fantastic, I must say. 3 lands, 2 things for 2. If it's something scary, probably Thunderherd Migration. But again, Huntmaster at the moment, nothing it's going to be powering out. We don't have Shifting Ceratops. That Huntmaster might get to give haste on turn 3. That's always lovely stuff. So play it safe. We'll get there. Boom. Look, we got our 2 sources of red already for Embercleave with the Carplucent Forest. As long as we get another land, we get Carnage Tyrant, and we're off to the races here. Now, we'll just barf both Huntmasters. We're playing them into a completely tapped out Grixis Control. They got Xander's Lounge here, so adding that part blue, but they have to invest resources on their turn to take out the Huntmasters. Oh, I saw it, Dr. Gazooks. I might be recording separate episodes for all the new stuff. I haven't decided if I'll do a full Dino-centric March of Machines set review. To be decided, but oh my goodness. Well, it might just be over here. Oh, look at that. Carnage Tyrant. Slap the sword on this. This is what I was hoping for. Hopefully they don't take out Huntmaster and then make us sacrifice Carnage Tyrant, but that happens often enough. But yeah, the new Rampaging Raptor, I don't know. They're gonna run out of names for dinosaurs at this point. I was joking, thinking it might be Rampaging Rampager at some point. Murganda, excellent. Oh, it is. Nash, it is stunning. March of the Machines certainly is. If we're getting so many dinos in March of the Machines, you got to imagine Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I mean, we've already got some fantastic additions. It's going to be good. Oh, well, maybe they're done. Dunzo. Creature Planeswalker. Good game. Got Embercleave on Carnage Tyrant. As long as they don't have Thoughtseize in their hand, sacrificing that treasure. Hopefully that's not. Ferocious Rampageodon. Oh yeah. I could come up with a lot of fantastic names. Oh, boom. We got him. Starting off strong against Grixis Control, it appears like. Not a whole lot of blue stuff. You got to imagine maybe the blue is for counter spells, something like that. But that certainly was a ferocious rampage to start. I was worried. Cruelty of Gix. They chose the first mode there, revealing our hand, choosing a creature or planeswalker. Of course, Embercleave would absolutely finish things off. They can't target Carnage, it's actual hexproof, nothing. Ward 4 with Tyrannix Rex certainly is a pretty big hurdle to meet, but it is nice. You don't got to worry about this. If they know Embercleave is happening, they may not be able to do anything. We just slap it on. They're not going to use removal in response to us targeting that guy. Whew. So you can see, kind of, I'm feeling maybe we don't need Rotting Regisaur, but again, mono green devotion. You want to go as fast as possible. Aggressive and nasty. Hey Victor, how's it going? How's it going? Massive pterodactyl. Yeah. Massive aggressive. Something like that. Yes, it is. 5-hour stand. Hopefully protecting the often targeted Rotting Regisaur. Big, nasty, scary. If they suspect Embercleave, they kill Rotting Regisaur in response to us trying to slap it on there, and then boom. Tyvar does the trick. Oh yeah. That was very cool. Very cool indeed, I must say. We're going to be seeing more people playing dinos. Not just myself, I imagine, in Pioneer. But Grixis. I think Rotting Regisaur is too much of a liability. Unfortunately. Tyrannix Rex. You know what? I'll trim 2 T-Rex. I kind of like Back to Nature. And it is another thing I've been thinking of bringing in, maybe just specific enchantment hate. Take out the Fable of the Mirror Breakers. That would be nice. Taking them out before they get the second counter on. Just so they don't get to sculpt their hand, maybe discarding 2 lands, they're flooded, we want to keep them flooded, or they just don't get to dig deeper. It's a very risky one. Of course, lots of things for 2 only. A single land, but we're on the draw. 2 to no, that's beautiful stuff. Send 2 of the big scary downs to the bottom just to play it most safe, of course. Oh, that is looking good. Keeping in mind, Castle Garenbrig, our first play. Don't have much for turn 1 usually, so that is always nice. Now the question becomes, Thunderherd Migration, play it safe. Again, Marauding Raptor playing that wouldn't get us to playing anything coming up. We need another source of red. Yeah. Technically, we have 2 sources of green with Secluded Courtyard. We need another actual source of green for Castle Garenbrig's ability, unfortunately. But, we're at 4. Marauding, Back to Nature next turn. Again, like I mentioned, taking out Fable of the Mirror Breaker before they do that second mode. Lovely stuff. Let's just do it. Just do it. Of course, there's cheaper and better single target enchantment destruction, but I don't want them to sculpt their hand. I've never liked that. That was painful. This could still be pretty painful as is. But at least we're at 6 next turn with Castle Garenbrig if, well, hopefully we get Carnage Tyrant. Creature Planeswalker, we don't have any. Ooh, ooh, that's gotta feel bad. Oh, man, that is painful stuff. Now the question becomes... Embercleave, slap it on Marauding, do a bunch. Let's do that. Pay 2 life. All in. Oh, I guess they saw Embercleave. They knew what was going to happen. Now I just have to hope Marauding Raptor survives, but I think that's a pretty low chance, unfortunately. We're not seeing too many Embercleaves. 4 copies, of course. But it is so impactful. It is the thing that gets the job done in the face of basically any creatures, especially if we slap it on Carnage Tyrant. The thing that gets the job done, you probably want to see as much as possible. Hopefully a 3rd land next turn. Well, a 6th land. Topiary Stomper, slap Embercleave on it. We'll be at 7. As long as we see another one next turn, plus Topiary grabbing and putting one into play. Oh, JDX, how's it going? Oh, beautiful. JDX, the good luck charm. I wanted another land to get to do this. Hopefully Topiary Stomper survives, but... I mean, we're ramping. Getting a little bit flooded at this point, but that's okay. Lovely. Hopefully it survives. They could have a fatal push quite easily with that treasure. Oh, Atraxa. Power kill, hey, well, that's okay. PF Changs. I've never had PF Changs. I guess that is American. No, that's not good. Maybe I should have saved my Back to Nature, come to think of it. I should have realized this was a reanimation, painful thing. Cruelty of Gix is very cruel. The last part there, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield. Ugh. Well, we're not busting through this. That's certainly certain. Yeah. Well, that's rough stuff. Nah, Tranix Rex. Let's just go super duper fast. Galta. Certainly, Rotting Regisaur with so much power, of course, can get Galta out pretty easily. Reduces the Great Henge to just 2 green, which is always a lovely thing. Something to consider if you're ever using Rotting Regisaur. But no Great Henge tonight. It's full sword. 4 sword. Yeah. Oh, Weathered Runestone. What am I thinking? That's what I want. My goodness. I had a brain fart. And 1 Huntmaster. Yeah, if we get that Weathered Runestone stopping the reanimation of Cruelty of Gix, but with the 2 Back to Natures, we've got 3 things that could possibly bring the pain to this opponent. Oof, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. We got 2 sources of green. Karplusin plus Secluded Courtyard, getting us there for Topiary Stomper, hopefully. Yeah. It is the first Thoughtseize, which is getting reprinted in March of the Machines. Crazy stuff. They're getting rid of Topiary. They do. Hey, Thunderherd Migration. Well, our prayers have been answered. Lovely stuff. We're off to the races here. Boom. We're at the moment 1 turn ahead on that. Back-to-back Thoughtseize is not a fun time. Hopefully it's not. Oh, I was going to be worried it'd be a 3rd one. My goodness. I've wondered about Collected Company. Yes, that is... I've tried it once or twice, but there's so many lovely, amazing dinos above a converted mana cost of 3. But I should try it a little more seriously at some point. Definitely. Rotting Regisaur, Rampaging Ferocidon, all that stuff. Could be pretty explosive for sure. I don't think they're ruining the game too. Oh, man. You'd look at this and you'd think we have 27 lands. No, we're not. We're not winning that. Sometimes you just you get flooded. You just lose. Nothing to get upset about. Can't win them all. Well, you saw the nasty potential. Pretty good chance to see Carnage Tyrant, of course, 4 copies, Castle Garenbrig, getting us to 6 to play it even after they've killed all the other little stuff, the Accelerators, Huntmaster, and Marauding Raptor, sadly. Yeah. You just get to Carnage Tyrant, you slap the sword on it. Chances are that's enough. Jam, oh man, that's not a pretty sight. I don't know how you're thinking of that while you're eating such a fantastic meal. Does not seem like a good combination. That certainly wasn't a good combination the previous game there, but 21 lands, 22 lands, I think it is. As we saw, there was the mountain, often enough the secluded courtyard, so it feels pretty good already getting to have that source of black for Rotting Regisaur. I might up it to 6 or 7, plus the Thunderherds and the Topiaries. That should be consistent enough. If it was something that required 2 sources of black, I probably wouldn't do this. And if it wasn't a Dino, I probably wouldn't do it, just because of secluded courtyard. So fantastic. Let's see that mono green. Rotting Regisaur. Oh, a drop. Okay. Odd. The algorithm didn't want us to face that opponent. Or they didn't want the opponent to face us, because we were about to bring the pain to mono green. It knows we're out for vengeance. We're out to chop down all that grass, hedges, all those forests. Oh, my 10 million paper cuts. That is not a good time at all. Doesn't sound like fun. Magic the Gathering, the best game ever. Dinos. Dinos get her done, and certainly this hand, back-to-back Rakdos. Interesting, but we're doing lots of the safe stuff. Nice old Thunderherd Marauding. Now we could get a source of red, just in case we eventually get to Embercleave. We do need a forest for the other Castle Garenbrig to enter untapped. I'll get the mountain just in case we see an early Embercleave coming up. The other Thunderherd in our hand, that could get another mountain, getting us there. Oh, blue cards. Blue cards too. Ugh, man. Back-to-back Rakdos is quite unfortunate. They'll get rid of Thunderherd Migration if they know what's good for them. Interesting. Very interesting. Well. Yeah, we can do that. I'll just reveal Marauding Raptor. That was already revealed, so it's not like we're losing out on anything. Get that forest. Castle Garenbrig will enter untapped, even though we get to just slap down Regisaur Alpha after they take him out. We're at 5 at least, we'll be at 6 next turn. 7 possibly if I was playing Tyrannix Rex, but I'm not. A handful of removal, yes. Fatal Push coming up. It's odd that they don't play it faster than they do. Yeah, good old Regisaur. I was thinking Topiary Stomper we are or would get to 7, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. This is, of course, much better for the aggression. Should be pretty good. We could see Carnage Tyrant anytime. We do need another source of red for that Embercleave, which could be a problem, but Topiary Stomper next turn gets us that second mountain. It could get us the swamp. Things are pretty consistent. Oh, Galta as well. Well. I'm just going to make a whole bunch of green with Castle Garenbrig. Topiary Stomper, get the job done. They better have removal for the queen. Lovely. Good stuff, good stuff. That's how you do it. If you stumble, you die. Yeah. Ouch. Ouch for that Rakdos opponent. Would be interesting if it was Grixis again, but hey, just stay positive. Do the stable ramp. I know Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic are good. I absolutely agree with that, but I like doing the stuff for 2. Thunderherd Migration, Topiary Stomper, stable ramp, Castle Garenbreak, stable ramp. You got 5 lands, well, you got 6 mana. Lovely. But Rakdos again, my goodness. Hey, that's alright, Dr. Gazooks. Hopefully you get some good sleep. Better than me. I think Rotting Regisaur is too much of a liability, especially with all the removal and the fatal push. If we don't have Tyvars and they respond to the trigger by killing it and then we discard a card and don't get any benefit, not a fun time whatsoever. For Tyrannix Rex, it is. But yeah, it is. It is definitely a good thing. All the dinos and various cards coming from March of the Machines. Ah, man. I'm itching to make videos for them. Maybe I'll do my first one tonight. A series. I'll make it all into a playlist. Easy enough for you guys to follow. Figure out how I want to format the title of each of them. March of Machines Dinosaur Set Review, whatever card. Yeah, no. I do like the 2 Thunderherd Migrations, I must say. Huntmaster going down. I'm going to keep it. Keep it like a crazy person. Nuts. Oh, they're getting rid of Thunderherd Migration, guaranteed. They probably learned their lesson. I bet. Hopefully. Do it. Thunderherd Migration. Maybe? I don't know. Gonna fall asleep at this point. Actually, speaking of sleep. Oh, they did it. Land. Hopefully not another Thoughtseize. It's going downhill quick. Let's do a redo. Do a redo. I made crazy stuff like that happen before. I always like to try it every now and then. Commune with dinosaurs, certainly. A land, commune, couple things for 2. If that Embercleave was a commune with dinosaurs, certainly that likely would have worked. Turn 1 that, you got your second land, Thunderherd Migration, you get your 3rd land, all nice and stable. Yeah. Hopefully we face mono green at least once tonight. It was pretty fantastic, the April Fool's stream, facing off against another normal, traditional Azorius Spirits player and getting them. That was pretty cool. Especially when they conceded. We played the Lantern Bearer that first turn and boom, done. Fantastic. Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I imagine Thoughtseize might take one of the Embercleaves, or, I mean, if we only had one, they'd take it. So, well, there's a good chance that we'll be left with one. Oh, and they haven't killed anybody yet, but I'm just going to hold off on stuff. If we don't play stuff, they can't kill stuff. Make them think we don't have anything. Yeah, just keep waiting. Maybe they have Stomp and the Fatal Pushes, and they gotta wait. And there we go. Now we got an opening. A little bit. Oh, and Tyvar stand to protect somebody. Maybe. Nah, I'm just gonna go with both of them. Cross my fingers. Hope for the best. Could be good. I've been thinking I might want to start doing this. Wait until they play their Fable and then I play a bunch of stuff. And again, either they play something or invest resources into taking this stuff out. Maybe they play Shieldred with Treasure. Imagine they could have had Stomp on Marauding Raptor, taking it out after the Goblin deals some damage. Oh, Brotherhood's End. That might be our end. I don't need another Tyvar stand. Oh, hey, we got something. Pay that extra one, pretend like we don't have anything. Possibly get... yeah, swamp. Possibly get Castle Garenbreak next turn, getting us to Carnage Tyrant. Maybe slap an Embercleave on it if they don't make us sacrifice Carnage T. Both of them. Interesting. Castle Garenbreak. Let's go. I got 4 copies. That might save us. That won't. Alright. Tyvar stand might be needed to protect Huntmaster. I'm pretty sure it will. I could have maybe used both of them as a last-ditch effort. Do something. Oof. I don't think he'll live through this turn. Pretty sure that's not going to happen, but hopefully. Yeah, could have used that swamp and the mountain instead, have another source of green with Karplusan Forest there. Could have bought us enough time. Would have made a fantastic blocker if they try and kill it before they attack. At least a blocker to stop maybe something big. That reflection of Kiki Jiki copies. Okay, well, that's what it's got to be. At least they tapped high with the Eye Tyrant, so I'm not going to be making that a creature. Thunderherd Migration, we get it done, 5. Yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll see, but yeah. I really would have hoped to see a Castle Garenbreak at this point. We're 15 cards in. Well, 16 cards in. a quarter of the deck. Ugh, not fun. Regisaur Alpha? I guess that's what it's got to be. I'm hoping for that Carnage Tyrant instead. That would be lovely. No, we're not going to get through that. Alright, well, hopefully we don't get messed up too much the next match. But I do definitely love the thought of maybe having something, you know, a little bit cheaper that we might be able to slap Embercleave on Shifting Ceratops. Worked for me pretty fantastically when I was playing on my phone last night. That was lovely stuff. Sort of what inspired me to kind of revisit this Embercleave as a way to punch through mono green. Castle Gearbig, of course, starting off with that. Thunderherd Migration, I would imagine. After what's... Well, we'll try for it. Hope for the best. Imagine they'll maybe wait to counter the creature instead of getting a land. We'll see. Hopefully it's not Censor. Oh, phew. Oh my goodness. We do need a second Source of Red. We got it already with that Stomping Ground, so let's make sure that happened. A Source of Black with Regisaur Alpha. We can barf Marauding and Rotting. Well, that rhymes, my goodness. That's tough to say. Marauding Raptor and Rotting Regisaur. Next turn. 2 and 2. Culta as well. Nope, don't use that. Don't use that. Now I may save this Marauding with Tyvar Stand. Well, let me think. You know what? I'm going to go with the second Marauding. Like that. Well, that's not good. That's okay. That's okay. Hopefully that one survives. Next turn we could see Galta after playing Rotting Regisaur. Oh boy. Well, things have gotten interesting. If this all works out. Rotting Regisaur for a single black, Tyvar Stand, saving somebody. Oh my goodness. Well, this certainly is interesting. Do I want to save it? Nah, we'll wait. May need to save somebody, and it may need to be Rotting Regisaur. It's tempting not to play Galta, but that's okay. Alright. Done. Boom. Izzet though. And this is the Explorer version of Indomitable Creativity. It uses the Locust God and Sage of something Fables to make I don't know, like 20 insect tokens. Flying, haste, 1/1s. However much is needed to be lethal for that turn, and then they kill you. Locust God though. Locust God is for toughness. Part blue. I've used Rending Volley to take out this deck before. Embercleave though, they don't have a lot of creatures. Rotting Regisaur is good, but might be a little bit too much of a liability. And we definitely want that Rending Volley. Tyvar Stand could make all the difference, saving the key Marauding to get something next turn, which is very nice. Yeah, I'm going to trim the Embercleave, bring in good old Shifting. Should be good. And since they don't get the combo going until a few turns, even if we don't see Rending Volley in the opening hands, you know, we have a little bit of time before we absolutely need it. And that looks like an absolutely fantastic start. I'll keep, you know, all the cheapest. Oh, good. Very good. Not that we need to use Rending Volley on something right now. Maybe if it was a Ledger Shredder, something like that. But again, try for the good old Thunderherd Migration. Maybe they're waiting to counter or kill Marauding Raptor if we play it next turn instead of stopping this. Hopefully they let it happen. Oof, again. We don't need another source of red. Well, we already have two, but we don't have Embercleave this game. Yeah, I guess Cartlusa. Ether Gust. Well. Yeah, you know what? I'll put it on the bottom. I don't mind too much. We might get Castle Garenbrig next turn, but at the moment, we do have Carnage Tyrant eventually. Oh, yeah. Do your Locust God. Do it at some point. Carnage Tyrant next turn. Fantastic. Now, if they play a land, plus the treasure they get with the Goblin, I think they might be able to do Indomitable Creativity. Not quite. Next turn, I think. But because they might do it next turn, we're going to play things a little bit safe. Carnage Tyrant would be lovely stuff. Hopefully, Shifting Ceratops is safe. Can't counter that. Yeah, we'll try and give it haste, get some damage, do our thing. Maybe they'll let it happen because they don't expect a Rending Volley on the Locust God. They think, oh, we got him, oh, nothing to worry about. Do it. Man, this is intense. It's a lot less scary than the actual Pioneer version with Xenagos and the World Spineworm. Attacking you with a 30-30 is not a pretty sight. Well, they don't have it. Well, I'll play another Shifting. Seems pretty good. I hope. Seems like they don't have a whole lot to deal with them. I don't know. Only does 3 damage. I guess if they really want to sink all those resources into taking out Shifting. All the Storm Giants 7, plus the Goblin token 9, 11 with Reflection. Not too bad, I hope. They goofed up. Okay, good stuff. Whew. That was not going to be a pretty sight. Alright. We might still be dead. I mean, it's all the Storm Giants, after all. Field of Ruin would be lovely to take it out when they try to make it a creature. There it is. The good old castle, still being left with 1 red. Rending. Oh, good stuff. Alright. We got it done. Fantastic. They didn't even need to do that combo. I'm pretty sure it was Indomitable Creativity. I don't see how it would have been anything else. They were just sending that usual stuff to the bottom. The whatchamacallit, 3 damage. Put a card from their hand on the bottom, draw a card just to dig further for that creativity. That might have done us in. Ugh. Ugh. That's not pretty. Yikes. Okay. My goodness. Well, you never know what you're going to get. Maybe if it was a source of green, but 3 Carnage Tyrant is scary for me. Okay. There we go. We got something. Interesting. Gruul Vehicles, perhaps. Yeah. Play it safe. Marauding Raptor, maybe they were going to kill somebody at some point. Another forest. Get to 2 actual sources of green that aren't secluded courtyard. So we can turn on oh, excuse me. Castle Air Brick there. Ah. This looks pretty good. I would expect them to kill 1 of the Marauding Raptors, so we'll play 2. Or Marauding Raptor locked with the Regisaur Alpha, but yeah, like I say, I expect 1 to die this turn. Interesting. Well, I guess we could just go Regisaur Alpha. They both die. That should be lovely stuff. No, I can make them both 8/8s. Reckless Stormseeker, I'm pretty darn sure would want to block 1 of them. You don't want to take 8. I'm going to do as much damage as humanly possible. Yeah, no one in their right mind is doing that. Hopefully, that buys us a bit of time. It's always a little bit scary doing something like that. A Chrono. It's still tapped. Gonna be nasty when they slap that Sword of Forge and Frontier on it, though. Any little creature they play dies, which could help us out. Carnage Tyrant at any point now. Almost. Luca. Yikes. Now that's too bad. Yeah, at least, you know, they took it out. We got Huntmaster. We're getting Marauding Raptor back, which is quite nice. And we've got Sword of Forge and something or other. They gave us the sword. Lovely. They can't target it with anything red or green. Anything red or green can't block it. Oh, that was good. That was good. A turnaround, if I've ever seen one. As long as we pump Marauding, we win. We got to get them to... Well, no, we probably not. We'll see. We'll see. But that was cool. Oh, I guess they paid us. 7/7 Scavenging Ooze is not a pretty sight, my goodness. Okay. I forgot. They control it, so then they can choose who to equip to what. Well, that tends to do the trick. Yeah, we're not going to plow through that, sadly. Well. Yeah, we could get the job done on the play. Getting this down. Embercleave, Tyvar Stand. Either stopping somebody from being killed or being stolen by the Akroan War. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, keep it as is. Man, starting off with that sword though. Interesting. I never would have expected that in game 1. Huh. But it is a fantastic sword, I must say. Fortunately, we didn't have to mulligan and we got something pretty fantastic. Hopefully secluded courtyard or a swamp, which would allow us to go Huntmaster to start and then hasty Rotting Regisaur, but they could likely have some of that painful removal. So we'll see how things change. Another Carplucin. What? Where's that swamp? There we go. Okay, we got enough for Castle Gearbrig eventually. Carnage Tyrant. Slap down Rotting Regisaur. And because it's black, we get to block whatever they attach Sword of Forge in Frontier 2. You know what? I'm just going to play this. We have plenty of lands. We certainly have enough. I imagine they're going to do something to that guy. Try and steal it. The Akroan War. Luke. Yeah. That is something. Huntmaster's just gonna die too. So, double Tyvar stand. Wow. That is what I like to see. Nah. Smack him. No. Smack him. Either way, that token would have been a blocker. But at least they'll never be stealing. They'll never be killing Rotting Regisaur at this point. We just need that Embercleave. Finish them off. Interesting. Oh, so my goodness. We're seeing all our Carplucin forests. That is interesting. Making enough to double block and take them out, which is perfectly all right. Hopefully that sets them back a bit. But yeah, you can see, just having Trample, we could power up Rotting Regisaur, get some damage through. We would have been able to take out Luca quite nicely. Pretty exciting. Oh. My goodness. Tyvars and Carplucins. That's all it is here today. Hopefully they don't have another copy. I guess they could potentially kill us. They could steal it. We're going to put a stop to that though. That's a lot of damage, I must say. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a creature other than Rotting Regisaur. And there's certainly enough of them in the deck. Darn. I'm getting too tired. Embercleave, let's go. Well, we didn't do anything wrong there. Those games just happen. Unlucky, unfortunately. Yeah. It's not like there's a crazy amount of lands or whatever. But you can see sometimes rotting can be painful. I could have put a stop. The last card in my hand being Tyvar's, I could have cast it on Rotting Regisaur, and then I would have had nothing to discard, and he would have been nice and indestructible temporarily for that turn. Could have been good. Could have been good, but yeah, there's no way to win if all you draw is nothing much. 21 lands, 22 lands, I think it is. Something like that. Yeah. Ooh, that's not gonna do it. Oh, okay, much better. Infinitely better. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna send Rotting Regisaur to the bottom. I like the looks of this. Technically 5 lands with Topiary Stomper there. Gets us to Carnage Tyrant. We didn't see a turn 1 Thoughtseize, which is quite nice, I must say. Dimir Control. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is looking good. Hopefully they tap out or something. We're able to resolve Topiary Stomper, then the turn after that we get Carnage T. Cross your fingers. Nothing to worry about. Save your counter spell for something bigger. Secluded Courtyard, that doesn't really hurt our consistency. We sent Rotting Regisaur to the bottom, so we're not forced to grab this swamp to play it, because we don't have it. But we do have Embercleave. We do have 2 sources of green already with the Stomping Ground, so I'll just grab a forest. We got Carnage Tyrant next turn. Boom. I love it. Hopefully Galta afterwards. All right. The power. Nice, nice. They somewhat wasted that. It's always lovely when they kill the Topiary Stomper and we're still well away from 7 lands being any useful. Of it being any use. Hopefully they don't make us sacrifice it. Cross your fingers, but Dimir Control tends to do that. They're wondering how I played it, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they made us sacrifice the good old Carnage T. Perhaps maybe Carnage Tyrant is all that's needed. 4 is enough to see it often. Maybe just 2 Tyrannix Rexes. In the face of sacrificing things. Spells that make us sacrifice the big scary dinos. I like to have lots of backups. Tends to do the trick. Oh, this is good. Good stuff. Let me think. 4 can... Yeah, 7. Well, we'll use Part Red, Marauding Raptor. Hopefully they don't do anything to it. Followed by Carnage Tyrant. There could be an extinction event coming up. I think that might be the case. I'm just going to play the other copy and hope for the best. Cross my fingers. That's not the case. Oh, they're getting scared. They're digging. Hopefully. No extinction event. No? Maybe they don't have it. They don't have it. Good stuff. Very good stuff. But like I said, sacrificing things. That is painful. Try for Marauding. get some bodies if they wanted to make us sacrifice Carnage Tyrant, if it was the only things we attacked with. Let's get more things and protect the big scary dinos. Yeah, yes. Thank you very much, Pterosaurus. Hopefully all is well, all goes well. We won't quite kill him here. They can exile some card to gain 1 life, I think, with Cling to Dust. 3 life. Clinging to any chance they have. I should have expected Cling to Dust, but still. I expected sacrificing things. We would be left with Topiary Stomper if they used Extinction Event. Topiary is the only odd dino at the moment, which is a pretty nice thing with Tyrannosaurus Rex if you're ever worried about Extinction Event. Having an odd and an even big scary dino at the top doesn't make it such a blowout as it has for me in the past. Got him. Oh. Okay, we know what's up their sleeve, and we know Rotting Regisaur is probably going to be too painful. Certainly shifting Ceratops, all the blue counter spells and things, does die to Fatal Push a fair bit. But for the most part, it's painful sacrificing that makes us lose Carnage T. Embercleave, maybe, but I think there's a pretty good chance they could have killed a lot of the other stuff. 5 mana for Embercleave could be tough, and I'd rather top deck a T-Rex than something else. I guess Tyvar's Stand, come to think of it, might not be super helpful. Senator, how's it going? Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. All the dinos. I never in 65 million years would have expected so many dinos in March of the Machines. One Weathered Runestone. I was thinking of cutting Tyvar's Stand there, just it's a lot of sacrifice things. Sacrifice gets around hexproof and indestructible. John, without thought, I know, I figured you'd be here to say that, Isaac. You joined. You chatted at the wrong moment. No lands. Not looking too hot. You caught me. Dino-handed. Yeah, I just didn't work those things in. Beside you. Always lovely. Wanted to try something out. Pushing the limits of what is possible. Possibly not winning much. That's okay. Would have been nice getting to shifting Ceratops next turn. Yeah. That's okay too, we still get the land. I was thinking of Beseju. Pretty expensive though. At least in paper. Ouch. Hopefully they don't make us sacrifice you know what. Crossing my fingers. Yeah, no, definitely not on Arena. I should always be using it on Arena. And maybe cut something somewhere. It is. I know. Who cares about a shark? Can't block shifting. This opponent is about to learn maybe what protection from blue does. It's always fantastic. They cycle, make a big shark a 5/5, hoping to trade with it, and it doesn't happen. Yeah, I guess there's basically no excuse to use that bulk rare Boseiju. Yes. Man, it's as good as what's another bulk rare? Something else really, really, really good. 1 force for Boseiju. I don't know if I can do that. That would be maybe too difficult. Maybe. But I have been wanting, continuing to try going down to 7 basic lands. At the moment I am at 8. I like, or thought I liked 8 the most. Oftentimes I was running out of grabbing basic lands with Thunderherd and Topiary Stomper combined 4 and 4, not getting the benefit of the stable ramp. But 7 has been feeling pretty good. So cut a forest. There certainly is enough sources of green. Well, Boseiju is also a source of green. What am I talking about? Yeah. Cut a forest. No, still get it done. Who needs Boseiju anyways? No, I'm joking. I know it is the best of the best, the all-star of all stars. But I'm definitely happy I don't have to shell out, what is it, $200 in paper, or quite a bit on Magic the Gathering Online. I must say, I was looking at maybe getting a copy there, and no way. I don't need it that bad, even though it is that good. Just because you said, let's do it. A midstream tweak, you could say. A midstream honest tweak. There goes 1 forest. In goes 1 Boseiju. Woohoo. I think I spelt it right. Partly. I was wondering about that. I hadn't quite really wanted to bother adding more black, making things a little bit rough, potentially. Overgrown tomb, all that. I might tweak it a little bit more if I really continue with this with Rotting Regisaur, but for the most part, just of course because it is a dino, and the secluded courtyard, easy, fantastic, lovely, helps play him, plus the swamp, 5 in total there, plus 4 Thunderherd and 4 Topiary to grab the single swamp if I desperately need it for that. But then if I added more black, it'd be less red. Really need to see as much red as possible. At least 1 source for turn 2 for one of these guys. I don't know. A lot to think about. A little rough, I would say, but I at least figure Embercleave, I need it maybe turn 4, maybe turn 5. Should be enough to see a second source red. With 12, potentially. Then if I have it in hand, of course, I play Thunderherd or Topiary Stomper to grab the second mountain or the first mountain if I only have Stomping Ground. And you know, with these guys, things seem consistent doing it this way. But yes, I got to think about Thoughtseize. I spent 4 rare wildcards for Thoughtseize. I hadn't taken the plunge for quite some time, but I just recently did, so yeah. I could see myself tweaking this to involve Thoughtseize. We'll see, but the super duper focus on Embercleave, just get a big thing, slap Embercleave on it, protect it with Tyvars, and don't worry about what the opponent has in hand. But like you say, Thoughtseize wins games from the start. You rip the most painful thing from their hand, and might have been the only copy they would get, or it might slow them down enough that it keeps them off whatever big nasty thing they were planning to do. Ooh, Sir Maximilian, how's it going? I have seen the new Dino cards, just a little bit. Yeah, I could see that, but I'm still liking Thunderherd Migration instead of Drover, both costing the same, except for cost reduction with Marauding on Drover, making it 1 green. Oh, man, it's going downhill. I added the Boseiju, and it made it worse. Guess I gotta keep something at some point. Where's the thing for 2? You would expect to see something for 2 with 12 of them. That's gotta be it. Yeah. Well, you just never know. But it is nice. It is nice seeing Boseiju. Yeah, I don't know. I've been loving Thunderherd more than Drover, even though a fantastic backup of a body. I like the stability of Thunderherd Migration, I gotta say. Oh, my goodness. Boseiju brought in the bad luck. Boseiju who endures. I don't know if I can endure this particular game. We'll see how long it goes, but my goodness. You just never know. A 4th Tyvar coming up. Yikes. But yeah. So Maximilian, going back to your comment there. I keep an eye like a hawk, refreshing everything all the time, checking for new dinos. I think we've seen most of them, maybe all of them, but there is one Wolverine dinosaur, I believe. Pretty sure. Coming up. At least one more. It's going to be fantastic. Drover over Huntmaster. Huh. Yeah, I could see that. I've never really tried Drover over Huntmaster for the past years. Well, I shouldn't say. For a little bit there, I did try cutting Huntmaster, bringing in Drover with Marauding, playing Drover first, Drover second after Marauding. Never a bad thing because it's not dead like Huntmaster is very few times, at least in my experience. But yeah, no, we're not going to bust through that. Ouch. Man. I just love, gotta say, I love Huntmaster. Too much. But I could try switching it up again for Drover. Yeah, it's probably been about 6 months since I've tried that particular thing. Probably keep in Thunderherd Migration as well. But mono white, we need to trim some costly things. Embercleave could help us punch through quite nicely. Carnage Tyrant, I'll trim that for shifting. Something we might get down a little bit earlier. Make for a nice body. Definitely Domri. That is pretty fantastic and impactful. Usually is. 22 lands, Thunderherd and Drover, so no Marauding Raptor. Oh. Or do you mean including Marauding Raptor? I don't know. That is like ultimate blasphemy if I didn't use Marauding. I like the looks of this. At least I don't have to mulligan. 2 rending volleys to take out whatever little white creatures they play with mono white aggro. Oh yeah, that list, yeah. Interesting. I don't know. There's lots of variations to choose from, that's for sure. Rotting Regisaur, Embercleave, Drover, Marauding, and Thunderherd. Just Thunderherd and Drover. 10 things for 2, 12 things for 2. What things for 2? How many things for 2 is too many? 1 Boseiju if you're playing on Arena. No Boseiju if you're playing in paper. I should. That is a good idea. I'd never considered it. I thought, looking at it, it's nice to get some different inspiration. Not too worried about the Dauntless Bodyguard, though. I'll leave that rending volley up for something a little bit more nasty, potentially. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. Finding other dinosaur lists, and then streaming them to see how they work out. Ooh, you found a new thing for me to do. I like it. I'm going to try this. Maybe it draws out a Brave the Elements. I would be quite happy if that was the case. That's okay. We got another one. We'll wait if something bigger comes up. Yeah, it would have been nice to go Thunderherd. Thalia. Painful. Definitely something to iterate. Oh yes, I must say. Well, I'm happy I saved this. Phew, okay. Hopefully that buys us a little bit of time. Get a third land. Come up. I guess we'll just keep drawing rending volleys. My goodness. Yes, Storm the Festival. I think I only did Storm the Festival Dinos for one night, but I should keep trying it. I don't think they would expect a third rending volley though. I know, it's crazy stuff. Yeah, maybe somebody else will find the actual definitive list. But I have a sneaky suspicion there might be no definitive list. There could always be enough variation. Do you want to go super duper aggressive? Do you want to play bigger, scarier stuff? What colors? There can be so many fantastic variations. Yeah, I guess that just does the trick. Oh. My goodness. Where were the lands there? Top 11 cards. 2 lands. Yeah, happens to everybody. Yeah. Rampaging Frostodon or Giant Cindermaw. Do you like the potential pinging with Rampaging, even though it locks you out, and it has locked me out? But the menace on Rampaging is very nice. I've snuck through a bunch of damage, and it has locked out opponents. But Giant Cindermaw having Trample, being a 4/3, not punishing us, and still shutting off the life gain. Well, that is nice as well. This one, I mean, I can make it work. I was a little bit worried about the secluded courtyards not being sources of red to help Embercleave. Yeah, we'll see. At least I have an example, good or not tonight. Something to iterate on, which is a lovely point, a lovely fact. Doing one thing. Whether it's bad, whether it's good, whether you guys give the fantastic suggestions and nuts. Back-to-back mono white aggro with them on the play both times. Nuts. Does not bode well for us. Oh, the classic fantastic recruitment officer Luminarch Aspirant. At least Marauding Raptor would be able to block the Luminarch. Hopefully. I'll just take it out. Oh, phew. I was a little bit worried we might not get to it. At least we got Topiary Stomper. Hopefully, buying us time. And speaking of Topiary, I've been thinking, trimming the top and bringing in Thrashing Brontodon. Where's Brotherhood's End when you need it? Brotherhood's End is not a very good card. That's mainly why I cut it. Didn't really like it. Not really doing a whole lot for me. Wouldn't be good in this situation, I must say. Yeah. Brotherhood's End, yeah, it would not have helped us. Yeah. Can't be a whole lot worse than that. I do like Rotting Regisaur though. Big, impactful body, scary for the opponent. Hopefully not exiled by Brutal Cathar. always brutal. But again, the Thrashing Brontodon, something that is maybe just big enough to trade or stop the aggression from mono white. But maybe mono white is just something I often lose to. I can't beat everything. Don't beat a lot sometimes, but that's another question. Yes, yes. Oh, definitely. It is nice, I must say, seeing at least shifting Ceratops and a little bit of Carnage Tyrant. I've seen some people use those two in combination to mess up mono blue. Ossification certainly does the trick. At least we got 3 lands. We got Castle Garenbrig. We got Carnage Tyrant next turn. So. Fortunately, mono white aggro has not been super aggro. Carnage Tyrant next turn should do the trick. Oh, definitely, definitely. I must say. It certainly scares people. Carnage Tyrant scares people, especially with the animation, but yeah, there's nothing comparable to shifting. Stopping the counter spells, you can't target it with anything blue. It's the automatic win against certainly anything mono blue. But yeah. And it's an early body. You don't have to wait for Carnage Tyrant at least. Could get shifting turn 3, possibly hasty, but oftentimes that doesn't happen a whole lot. Guess if they want to make Brutal Cathar unblockable, huh? Oh yes, oh yes. I think we could get it done, especially with an Embercleave. That would finish. Oh, well, this is going to be impactful. Huntmaster Marauding Ghalta. See what they do with that. Lovely. Can't attack with Ghalta, but I'm just going to swing with Carnage Tyrant. I don't expect them to kill us next turn. And we got a spread of creatures that are, you know, different colors. Ghalta, maybe they name green. We can't block with green, but we've got Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor, so we still should get the job done, I hope. Yeah, I guess I should have. It's not giving haste to Ghalta anymore. Ooh, we don't need that swamp. Okay, so they want to take out Carnage Tyrant. My goodness, lands for days. That is not a pretty sight. Well, we're in a staring contest now, folks. That Moonrage Brute is a brute. Yeah. Sometimes you just get screwed over. Maybe I should go back to 18 land dinos. I would not get flooded as much. That is a terrible, terrible reason to do that. Yeah. If flooding bothered somebody so much, well, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm certainly still here. So kill us next turn. Moonrage Brood enough to one-hit KO. Or at least the... Oh, okay, well. The sword provides. I like this. I like this indeed. I hope. A wing and a prayer. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. Always got to keep that in mind. Maybe you have a string of new games and stuff, and first time, huh? Oh, I forgot about that. So they both have first strike, but Carnage would deal its damage first. I thought, yeah. Double strike means you deal damage before first strike. That is not the case. Goes to show how much I face first strike stuff. But still, it would have got us big time, unfortunately. If we could have made Carnage Tyrant enough to survive a hit, could have got it done. Yeah. Well, I guess I just have to use Embercleave a little bit more, and well, I certainly won't make that mistake again, but yeah. The new Glissa has first strike. That has caught me red-handed. Whatever she has, but the one that was just released. That's caught me off guard with the first strike, taking out Carnage Tyrants. I don't make that mistake again. Absolutely. I can work with that. At least it is 2 lands. It's not 1. We should be able to get her done. And it's a forest. And it's a source of red. And Castle Garenbreak. Woo. Alright. Angels coming up. No rampage. Rampaging? No rampage. Oh, we've got Celestia. Something not good. This is going to be painful. Definitely Topiary Stomper. If they have some sort of removal interruption, I want to get the lands going. Possibly could have protected Marauding Raptor, but nah. If we get another land next turn, could go Marauding plus Regisaur Alpha. That'd be pretty sweet, especially if they attack with this Seasoned Veloblade. I must agree. Drover could have been nice. Alright. As long as everybody sticks around, we get Carnage Tyrant next turn. Lovely stuff. We should at least get Regisaur Alpha if they take something out. But it's interesting. What do they got up their sleeve? Oh, reanimation stuff. That's not good. Tends to do the trick. Yikes. Well, at least Atraxa doesn't have first strike. Could slap Tyvar on Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Hey, no, that's quite alright. Reanimation stuff. At least I do have the single copy of Weathered Runestone to give us a chance. A lot of different stuff tonight, I must say. Hollow One. I never would have expected Hollow One, but it certainly can be quite painful. I've never seen Hollow One used yet in relation to Atraxa, but anyone and anything is trying to abuse this fantastic, painful creature. Does the trick, usually. Alrighty. We could go fast. Maybe. Hopefully the land situation materializes. Makes good stuff happen. I don't think they interact too much, but they saw what we're doing, so That might be the case. Saving Huntmaster or Marauding could get us there just a touch, just enough. And if we attack into Atraxa with somebody, possibly pumping them enough to take her out, and they survive with the Indestructible through Atraxa's Death Touch. But this hand I will not touch. Yeah, they're not good tonight. Okay, hey, let's... Oh, there we go. The only copy of Weathered Runestone. That certainly is an instant keeper. Hopefully that works. OP's deck is insane, I must say. Now we'll go with Huntmaster, hopefully getting another land next turn. Topiary Stomper, though. Weathered Runestone, at least with this deck, I don't think you have to play right away. This is not Greasefang. They don't get the combo on turn 3. Don't think. Do some damage. Test the waters a little bit. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. We get to stop any shenanigans next turn. I do like it. Almost attack with Huntmaster there, but looking alright. Runestone, definitely. They could do that Transmogrify, especially if they... Well, they got Weathered Runestone. Target creature, okay. Well, Tamiyo's safekeeping could have protected the Weathered Runestone, sadly. Yeah. You always got to expect something like that. The fantastic and versatile Skyclave Apparition tends to do the trick. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Hollow One does synergize fantastically with that Fable there. They've discarded 2 things, dropping Hollow One down temporarily to a cost of 1. Hollow 1 for 1. That's where you want to be. And just a bunch of lands at this point. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, I must say. Yeah, something has been on the agenda. Hopefully versatile to stop not just Reflection but other stuff. Maybe enchantment related. Something like that. Oh boy. No. Well, it's pretty hard to beat that. This is my first outing against Eldritch Evolution. I knew that would come up. Nothing surprising there. No, well, we got the Weathered Runestone. Could have done the trick, possibly bought us time, but again, we didn't really draw any creatures. Big, impactful. What time is it though? I've lost track of time. I haven't lost track of the pain though. He did. He did. I don't think Fable should... Well, I don't know. I almost feel like I'd rather something from Mono Green be banned, but for the most part, I don't care. I'll face whatever it is. Some nights will be painful, whether or not it's the draws or the particular tweaks I've made, good or bad. But I've faced all kinds of crazy stuff. I was here during Oko. OP to the max. Possibly. I played through Oko, and if I can maintain my sanity with Oko, Field of the Dead, Nexus of Fate, Uro, Titan of Brokenness, I'm okay. But yeah, definitely people do argue that Fable has, it does have fantastic value, for sure. Oh my goodness. That's like the same hand as the previous hand. Still no lands. Wow. We'll just keep going until we get something. You never know. Yeah. Oko is rough. Oko is rough. I'm okay with stuff other than Oko. Man, that was painful. Still gives me nightmares. My goodness. And I didn't have all these fantastic tools that I do now. that I sometimes still don't see, but dinos were way worse back then. And I still played them every day, so I'm resilient. Oko is Broco. Come on, Marauding Raptor, you can live. No fading hope. Oh, phew. I was worried about that, I must say. Fading hope is not fun. At least we do get Topiary Stomper next turn. That's not nothing. Oh, 100%. That's what I like about it. Izzet Wizards. Well, we won't be blocking much next turn. We'll be barely dead. Dead-ish. Man, it's been forever since I've faced Izzet Wizards. A Brotherhood's End would not be good in this situation. It wouldn't really take out much. It wouldn't help stabilize. I don't think Brotherhood's End would be good here. Prowess deck, yeah. They can definitely do that. Rough stuff for sure. I mean, we got another land. It's not nothing. Let's see. Regis Ralph with 2 bodies. Definitely like the looks of that. Yeah, well, I want more bodies. If they took out Marauding, maybe having something to stop Dreadhorde Arcanist. I mean, we could be dead anyways. I'll just attack with Marauding. See what happens. Balmor and the Symmetry Sage probably are going to finish us off, unfortunately. Hopefully Regisaur and the token are enough maybe to stop Dreadhorde Arcanist. Maybe it stays at 3 toughness and that's enough to do it. No, it wouldn't be. Balmor and Adolance. My goodness. Well, I know what I'm doing. Not to worry. We've got a sneaky trick up our sleeve. Does well against spirits. Certainly gonna decimate them. There's enough blue stuff. Dreadhorde Arcanist, of course, only mono red. Can't target it with Rending Volley, but taking out Balmor, lovely. Adeliz, lovely. Adeliz, if we had taken it out right away, well, it could have been nice, but Balmor especially. Yeah, I don't know. Rending Volley should do the trick, I must say. Ivar, we gotta cut something for something. Shifting Ceratops, probably okay. They have some blue stuff. That's a joke. Yeah, Huntmaster dies to the removal that we maybe got lucky and didn't face, or the cheap removal that they're bringing in. That's not a fun time. You know what? Tyvar Stand. I have a sneaky suspicion that actually could be helpful. But yeah, definitely shifting for the reach. Hopefully Rending Volley. Kill him enough. Hopefully decent hand for once tonight. Oof. Oof. Wow. Hey. There's the Beseju. Our prayers have been answered. Whew. Okay. Definitely an instant keep right there. Kill a thing. Get further ahead. Probably a pretty good chance at least to get to Regisaur. But again, 4 copies of Castle Garenbrig. 3 lands plus Topiary is 4. Plus the castle itself. Carnage Tyrant. Hopefully. Eventually. One day. They saw us keep the hatch right away, so they must figure, oh, this guy's got good stuff. And they could be expecting maybe Rending Volley if somebody's in red. Maybe that's going to be on the back of their mind. I'm not too worried about what they do turn 1. Not super worried about killing it. This is a Soulscar Mage. The soulless Soulscar Mage. I don't like that guy. Painful. Changing damage to -1/-1 count. Dwarven Forged Chanter. Well, what is this person on about? Common. Huh. Maybe it's good. I guess it could be. Ward, pay 2 life. Just another prowess wizard. Where's your blue things? Get another mountain for sure. Definitely nice seeing 2 Rending Volleys now. Play something blue. Do it. Someday. Ouch. That, well, they're doing their classic stuff. Very surprised we haven't seen anything blue, though. Huh. Well, Regisaur Alpha 2 bodies certainly is nice, even though I would expect them to have more damaging things. Gotta try something. Obliterating Bolt. Fading Hope. Oh, I expected a Fading Hope. Our hope certainly is fading. Okay, well. That tends to do the trick. Yeah. You bring in Rending Volley and they only have red creatures. Maybe that was a sneaky thing. They figured, oh, this person's in red. Rending Volley. I'm going to make it just mono red creatures, and then Rending Volley is a dead volley in her hand. You never know. But maybe we just got unfortunate not seeing anything blue or partially blue. Does not make us blue. Just a nuts. Can't make that work. Oh my goodness. Alright, we've got to something. Just a bunch of Tyvars and duds tonight. Dino next turn. Thunderherd Migration, turn 2. Let's go. Nope. I'm not going to bother with that. Right? Can't go a whole lot worse. Okay, at least mono black. Dimir. So usually that's pretty good. Shifting Ceratops as always. Get rid of good old rotting. Lots of sacrifice. So probably don't need Tyvar's stand and T-Rex. Okay. Yeah. Gotta at least be a little bit better. My goodness. 2 mulligans and then that Thoughtseize. Of course, that's gonna do anybody in. Hey, we got a keeper. We got something. Partly why I like just sticking right to the creatures. I was a little bit worried about adding the Rotting and the Embercleave. If Carnage Tyrant and Tyrannosaurus Rex get the job done often enough, might as well stick to it. If they could be removed, that's alright. Tyvar's stand would maybe save them, would save them from a sweeper and various other things. Give us a chance. Make them bigger. They would survive through a death touch creature like Shieldred. Super pump them. Do tons of damage. And oh, back-to-back Thought Seizes. Getting rid of Tyrannix Rex there. Oh. They were smart. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sultai. Very interesting with that Lair of the Hydra there. Huh. I don't know if the other push was around. See that castle for Carnage Tyrant next turn, and then Tyrannix Rex the turn after that. Oh, you gotta be kidding. My goodness, it's a night of pain. Ouch. Nuts. Oh, we got a thing to do a thing. I mean, we've seen three Thought Seizes, Gross Battle, 3 Thought Seizes and a Fatal Push so far. Hey, hopefully there's not too much painful things coming up. There's only one more Thought Seize, so that's not nothing. And we got a body. I'm just going to give it haste attack into this Shieldred. Would be lovely to trade with it, but if we just bum around, we're definitely dead. They could get removal for shifting, black based, yeah. Galissa, wow. Well. Painful first striker. Not fun. Where's Tyvar stand when you need it? Right, just attack with everything. We'd be dead otherwise. Still probably dead, but yeah, no, we're not getting through that. Just unlucky all around. One more time. One more time. Okay. Something good's coming up. I know it. I know it. We'll get there eventually, even if we have to face a bronze player, because we've lost so much in a row. Ugh. Darn. We'll stomp a basic bronze player just out of their player account. There was a glitch in the player protection. You win, get 50 wins or play 50 matches, whatever, and then you're out into the pool of everybody. But this player was so good. They're getting faced against dinos. Yikes. My goodness. Well, try for something better. Okay, hey, that's definitely quite a bit better. Send Carnage Tyrant to the bottom because we could get a nice potential hasty Rotting Regisaur. That would be lovely, at least once tonight. Of course, it is a little bit painful. Anybody going first is definitely the best thing that you could want to do. Usually, and pretty much all of my Thought Seize. Nuts. Just a lot of lands. Oh, we've got enchantments. No, okay. Another Atraxa. Interesting. Twice tonight. It's been quite some time since I've faced it, I must say. Hopefully we don't get more lands. We definitely don't need them. Transmogrify next turn, potentially. I could see. After that goblin attacks, if they don't just play a land right here and sacrifice the goblin, but I don't see why they wouldn't attack with the goblin first and get that treasure token. But I know an Embercleave could be coming next turn, and well, it won't. It won't be coming next turn. Interesting. Now we should be seeing somebody. Carnage Tyrant, hasty with Regisaur Alpha would definitely help finish things off. Would finish them off. We could get Hasty Galta to do that as well. Or just another Regisaur Alpha. I like that. Dead. We got him. Oof. Good stuff. Persevere. Believe. Even though draws will just be bad. Don't do a knee-jerk reaction to increase your lands. Whether or not you still think 22 is too low. I still don't think 22 is too low. With Marauding, Huntmaster, Thunderherd, Topiary Stomper, sometimes other ramping things. Oh, we got it. We got it. It took probably about an hour. We won one game. Whew. Whew. Against Atraxa Reanimator, but Weathered Runestone certainly is coming in against that. Huntmaster, dying a lot. I guess Back to Nature could be good. I was thinking it was enchantments. But now this. Now hopefully we don't face 3 Thoughtseizes again. Yikes. Kind of similar to the previous opponent. Thoughtseizes. Yeah, I'm going to trim Rotting Regisaur. I like shifting Ceratops a little bit better. Trim all the Galtas. Okay, okay. Here goes nothing. Oof. I'll keep it. The only copy of the thing that could stop them. Oh, and more. Hey, this is looking pretty sweet. Very, very nice indeed. Imagine they could be able to... Oh, nuts. Nuts. Maybe they'll take out Weathered Runestone, unless they have Kolgan's Command, something that can destroy an artifact, Abrade. Could be a possibility for sure. They don't like Regisaur Alpha. We certainly thrashed them pretty good the previous game, so I can see it's giving them nightmares. Interesting. Well, I definitely want to hold off on Boseiju if at all possible. That could possibly save us. We got Tyvar to protect Marauding, which is quite nice. They'll maybe do something to draw it out, but at least Marauding sticks around. Could get a hasty shifting Ceratops next turn if we do play Boseiju. Hopefully we don't have to do that. I'll try for it. Okay, okay, good stuff, good stuff. You know what? I'm not going to use the green for haste on shifting. I feel they'll still kill some things, and Tyvar's Stand could help us blast through that Atraxa if and when they get it. Pump up shifting enough, although shifting, protection from blue, Atraxa is part blue. Atraxa can't block shifting, which could do it. That could help us out. But just threatening with the Tyvars, they know we can do it, so if they only have one piece of removal, they'll probably never use it. Hopefully. We'll see. Hopefully they don't have 2 fatal pushes, but we saw so many Thought Seizes the previous game discarding a lot of things. Well, that's not fun. All right. Well, had to do something to someone. Would be nice to go Carnage Tyrant next turn, if we're not just dead, of course. Ouch. Does tend to do the trick. I guess Weathered Runestone does. I forgot about that fact. A while ago I learned Weathered Runestone doesn't turn off Indomitable Creativity because the creature is exiled. And then it enters the battlefield. It doesn't just pop in from... Yeah, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. But yeah, it's exiled, gets around Weathered Runestone. That's out. Maybe they have Transmogrify as well, which I think Weathered Runestone does stop Transmogrify. Pretty sure. Right? Yeah, just another big scary dino, hopefully slapping Embercleave on somebody and hopefully getting a very decent hand. I'll take it. I'll take it. We got 3 lands, Topiary Stomper, 2 sources of green with Secluded Courtyard for it. A little bit of protection. Mulligan from them. At least 1 so far. Bodes well for us. Maybe digging for that Thoughtseize, hoping to rip something painful. Possibly that Carnage Tyrant. Hopefully not Topiary Stomper. I think with 2, there should be a pretty good chance we at least get to go with 1 of them. Especially since they haven't gone Thoughtseize at all yet. Okay, they did it once. They did it. Quite alright. Well, Carnage Tyrant probably going away. Maybe. Oof. Got him down. And we got Shifting, which could be hasty next turn with the Boseiju. I do like that. Or just Castle Garenbrig. Now we're going to keep. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah. We'll have to play Boseiju this turn. Reveal Carnage Tyrant. Oh, scary stuff. What's going to happen? But Boseiju, definitely, because we could possibly get to 7 lands next turn. Be able to start attacking with Topiary Stomper. Oh my goodness. 2 Thoughtseizes so early on in the top 10. Pain. But at least they're not doing a whole lot of anything. Which is nice. Oh yeah, definitely need that. And we're still left with 1 green for Tyvars to protect whatever we're swinging with. Good stuff, good stuff. I think we win. Almost. If they don't try to kill Shifting this turn. Hopefully we can pump it next turn and just win that way. Deal 3, okay. Wait for them to deal that damage. Oh, got him. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, man, it is, it's rough some nights, rough some games and some matches. Certainly that is, it's never a fun time. But again, like we mentioned about Oko, Thoughtseize isn't as bad as that Planeswalker. It's pretty hard to compare them, but for pain and headache-wise, maybe one day they'll top Oko. Hopefully, that's not the case. My goodness. I might cry when that happens. I still haven't cried yet. Leave that up to the little dino there. But, well, leave it there for tonight. Hopefully all you guys had, well, a better time than I did. It was fantastic still. I loved it. Had a good time. Hopefully you guys get some good sleep. Whenever you're watching right now, later on, wherever it is, have a good time zone. Victor, Isaac, Junior, Pterosaurus, Nash, Sir Maximilian, everybody. Yeah. I mean, we didn't see mono green. Would have been nice to stomp him a fair bit with the Embercleave, but man, things didn't quite go our way. Can't always go your way. That's for sure. All right. Peace.